Scroll through any dating group today. Women post requirements: income X, height Y, stable job. Men respond with resumes: I am A, I do B, I make C. Nobody is looking for a partner. They're negotiating a contract. And the divorce rate is now the highest it has ever been in human history. That's not an accident, because the model everyone is still chasing isn't just outdated. It's broken at the root. And most men your age are still sprinting straight toward it. There are 4 things that actually build a man: body, money, mind, direction. Body, because a man who can't control his physical state can't control much else. Money, because broke isn't noble. A family cannot be happy without money. That's not romantic, that's just reality. Mind, because income without regulation is a house built on sand. That part comes later. Direction, because without it, the other 3 drift. A man without direction doesn't build, he just provides. 10 years later, same role, same ceiling, no progress. This series covers all 4, but today, money. Not because it's the most important, because it's the one everyone gets wrong first. Here's what they got right. Make money. That part is true. Money gets you in the room. It earns you the chance to even be considered. And I mean that. I genuinely believe how important it is. But it's not enough on its own. Because what happens when your job changes overnight? When your income drops by half? When the market shifts and the number disappears? If the relationship is built on the provider role alone, it breaks the moment the role does. Placing money in its right position doesn't make earning it wrong. It makes you smarter about what you're actually building. And right now, in this moment, that ticket costs more than it used to. So yeah, build income. That fight is real. Don't let anyone romanticize being broke. But here's what nobody says out loud. The ticket gets you in the door. It doesn't keep you in the room. Money is good, build it. But zoom out. You're looking at one piece of a much bigger map. Here's something nobody talks about. Your generation is the loneliest in recorded history. Not because you're weak, not because something is wrong with you, because the structure collapsed. Real communities shrunk. Rituals of becoming a man disappeared. Digital connection replaced physical presence. You grew up with more ways to communicate, and fewer people who actually know you. That creates a void, so you chase. Money to prove you're worth something. Relationship to feel seen by someone. Not because you understand the game, because you're running from the quiet. And the system knows this. Dating apps didn't accidentally become addictive. They were engineered to exploit exactly that void. Infinite options, curated profiles, everyone's best version on display. You're not competing with real men, you're competing with highlight reels. Women are more financially independent than ever. That's the reality. And it changes the game completely, because when a woman didn't have options, she needed a provider. Now she doesn't need you, she chooses you. Needs tolerate weakness, choice doesn't. The old checklist, income, stability, provision, didn't disappear. It got harder to hit, and it stopped being enough. Because now she's screening for something the checklist never measured. Can he hold pressure when things collapse? Does he steady or does he panic? When life gets heavy, does he carry it or does he run? And here's where it gets brutal. You're lonely, so you rush. You get in too soon, with a mind that hasn't been tested yet, that hasn't been shaped by real pressure. And that's not weakness. That's just where you are. But a weak mind doesn't strengthen itself. It takes time. Awareness. Deliberate friction. The void is loud. Stillness is uncomfortable. So you move before you're ready. But a bad relationship doesn't just fail. It costs. Time, energy, mental space. Sometimes money, sometimes years. Always damage. A clean exit from never starting is cheaper than a messy one from starting too soon. The goal isn't to stay alone forever. The goal is to be okay alone so that when the storm hits, you meet it with steady eyes and a mind that doesn't fold. Loneliness isn't the enemy. The inability to sit with it is. Here's what makes this worse. While the game got harder, the distractions got better. Dating apps designed to keep you swiping. Games designed to keep you playing. Content designed to keep you watching. All of it optimized to feel like living without actually building anything. And it works. Because when you're lonely and the void is loud, the easiest thing is to fill it with noise. not connection, noise. But time doesn't negotiate. Every hour in the scroll, every night in the game, every week drifting without direction, that's not rest. That's your life burning quietly in the background. You measure your life in time. Waste your time and you waste your life. That's not motivational. That's just the math. And when you finally wake up, really wake up, I want to ask you something. Do you know exactly how much time you have left to keep wasting it? Because the guy who was building while you were swiping is already in the room you're still trying to enter. The game is harder than your dad's generation. The ticket is more expensive. The standards are higher. The competition is global. You don't have the luxury of drifting anymore. Your dad could coast in his 20s and still catch up by 30. That window is closing, maybe already closed. And you? Still swiping, hoping one lucky match will fill something you haven't even named yet? Here's what I actually believe. Your generation has more leverage than any generation before you. More tools, more access, more information. A guy in his 20s today can build something in 2 years that would have taken his dad a decade. The scale is real. The opportunity is real, but leverage cuts both ways. The same tools that can build you can hollow you out just as fast. And one more thing. If you just want something quick, money is enough. Flash the lifestyle. Signal the status. It works. Short term. But if you want something that lasts, a relationship that holds when life gets heavy, money is just the entry. The woman who stays through the hard years isn't staying because of your bank account. She's staying because of the man behind it. Because when the job disappears, when the pressure spikes, when everything feels uncertain, nobody leans on a paycheck. They lean on the man who doesn't fold. So here's where you're standing. The game is harder. The stakes are higher. The distractions are louder than ever. And the future? It belongs to whoever decides first. Not whoever gets lucky. Not whoever was born into the right family. Whoever wakes up and chooses to build before the people around them even realize the game changed. Two paths. Stay in the scroll. Keep swiping. Keep consuming. Join the generation that had everything and built nothing. Or zoom out. See the bigger map. Build the money. Build the man behind it harder. Show up for the life you keep saying you want. The time is yours. The future is open. The only question is what you do with the next hour. Not tomorrow. Now.